how to play traditional grip. So let's start with some basics. If we learn a grip, we want to do it the most natural way possible. So if I put my hand on the snare drum or on the pad and I lift my hand, this would be the ideal position for match grip. Now for traditional grip, let's move the hand a little bit more like that, so we are in hand shaking position. So that's how we would shake hands. If I open my hand and I put the stick here, right? Put the stick here, you have a very natural position. And look, if I take my other stick and I play match, look how similar it is in the angle, right? Secondly, let's see how we hold the stick, like where we hold the stick in the hand. For this, let me turn over the hand. So you have the thumb and you have these 4 fingers. Now this is the main fulcrum here, right? So this is comparable to these 2 fingers in match grip. If you grip it, main fulcrum, right? And the rest of the fingers go around the stick as support. So the same here, main fulcrum. Now here, these fingers, put the stick in between these 2 and these 2, right? So this is basically how you hold the stick. Now this finger closes a little bit more than this. Why? Because if I close everything like that, it creates tension. So you can see clearly how it is. So let's go back to this position. Now, a very big difference between matched and traditional is the way we move the stick. So matched, we play like this, right? Now I can try to play like this with traditional, but the problem is there is not really much movement here, right? Room for movement. So the movement that is happening is more of a kind of rotation movement of the wrist instead of this. So you have something like that, right? Now we can distinguish 3 positions. So this is the first one. In my opinion, is the most natural one. Now the second one is when we turn the palm like this. So this is the way we would play matched, right? So if I play that way to a traditional grip with a palm down, I can play like this. Now the disadvantage of this is, again, there is not much room for movement, right? But it has some advantages, like for example, you can play with the fingers like this, or you can move around the drum set, sometimes easier when you cross hands, right? So position number 2, and then position number 3 is, so if we face the palm more upwards, right? So this, like this, there is more we have more access to the thumb, like this, and like this you can play pretty powerful. So for example, you have some players who play louder but they still play traditional grip. They grab the stick more in the back and they use this kind of grip. So I can give pretty much, like you can play pretty strongly with this. Now, okay, so 3 positions. 1, 2, 3.